I posted on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
Posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito.
And DJ Mrs.
DJ Mrs. You know, last year we're celebrating 50 years of hip-hop.
Come on now.
Can't say the words hip-hop without mentioning this legendary guy right here.
Come on with it.
Kevin Liles in the studio.
Yeah. What it do?
You got it like that, Baltimore.
Be more forever, baby.
How you feeling today?
God is good. I tell people you get to a point that you just thank him for waking up and thank him for being able to go to service. And my feelings are like a wear on my sleeve. So if I'm not feeling good, you'll know about it. If I'm feeling great, you'll know about it. But my mind is heavy, my heart is heavy, and it's why I'm down here in Atlanta, doing what I got to do.
So tell us about this fundraising event that's going on today.
Most people don't know about the district attorney's office in a way that you vote the person in and out. We see them just as people that put us away.
Right.
And keep the pipeline from the streets to the prisons open. And I found it just out in Maryland when we had the Freddie Gray thing. And you had the prosecutor, the district attorney actually go after the police. And they went after her,
Right.
And so I started to actually feel this was important for me to get to know the district attorneys everywhere. Yes. And so tonight I'm here to hold a fundraiser, but also endorse Christian Y. Smith, a young man who at 16 was taken from his mom and dropped out of school and then found his way back and now in the prosecutor's office, and now he's going to run for the district attorney up against the current district attorney who has a RICO case against my YSL family.
Why Christian?
I sat and I looked at the possibilities, and when you have a father of four, and I'm a father of four, when you have someone who is in office not because of his lineage, but because he saw a necessity for him to change his life, to go back and say, I can make a difference. Me personally can make a difference because somebody believed in him. And so I see a man that grew up with a rusted spoon in his mouth, kind of like me, that's made a way, and I want to back him and support his efforts. Again, we want to make sure that education is key. We want to make sure that people, if you're prosecuting somebody, make sure it's for more than the lyrics and the people they hang around. Yes. You know what I mean? If you're going to change somebody's life forever, make sure that you do your due diligence. If you're going to actually be motivated by national headlines because you're taking Trump and local headlines to get people that are non-African American on your side by going after guys based on lyrics, it needs to be about Fulton County. Yes. If you're going to run and you're going to have an office and be an administrator in Fulton County, worry about Fulton County. Talk about those 13 people in 23 that were murdered, that died. Talk about a 19-year-old girl who was from Miami, had a misdemeanor on her. She was in jail for 45 days and got killed. Or misdemeanor, because she didn't push her through the court system. So to me, I think, why Christian? Because I am Christian.
So with the unfortunate situation that Thug is going through right now, have you spoken to him? How is he doing? Where is he at mentally?
I say this all the time. To most, he's Young Thug. To me, he's Jeffrey. To me, he's a son, a father of six. He's somebody who, no doubt, started to change the face of Cleveland Ave. No doubt started to be that beam of light for kids to look up and entrepreneurs. I think, how's he doing? Have everything taken away from you. Right. Be in a place that right now the federal government is investigating for crimes in a prison in Fulton County. I forgot the name of the organization, but they just actually filed another case against Fulton County in the system. So you know, to me, how's he doing? He wakes up every day
Yes.
and fighting for his life.
Yes.
How would you? Boxers train and they do it for 12 rounds or whatever. It's
Every single day.
of his life.
Yes.
He missing birthdays.
Come on.
Holidays, missing just his presence. You know, how you going to raise
Your
6
kids.
kids? You know, and you got other people who committing crimes against our country worse. They out on bond. And I want to fight the good fight, but let him be home. You know what I mean? Let him be home with his family and kids and continue to be an inspiration to us all.
Yes. I want to free Jeffrey since we're talking about Young Thug right now. Do you remember your very first time meeting him and how positive that was and something special you saw in him?
Well, I was a fan prior to meeting him. And of course, when you're in the industry as long as I am, you see kids come up, and a lot of them want to be artists, but some want to make a way for other peoples to have a way.
Yes.
And I knew that from day one.
Yeah.
You know, I knew that we were necessary in his life because Lyra was he called Lyra his dad, and he called me Uncle Kev, and so I knew that element of family was there with him. And you know, when you meet special people with good energy, it's not about what you see all the time; it's how they make you feel.
Yes.
Exactly.
And all I could tell you, the craziness that he when he gets on his Young Thug stuff, I love every bit of it. I just love every bit of the man that he is, and so I think he's a special person, and I want to be in his life for the rest of his life.
Yes.
That's a beautiful thing. So with using the lyrics in court, do you feel like this will kind of scare other up and coming artists for releasing on these albums through their art? Do you feel like this will scare them a little bit?
Well, it's been we've been attacked by our lyrics for years. You know what I mean? From After Police to even now. You know, they said that in an indictment. This is actually an indictment. Going to war like I'm Russia. That is one of the lyrics. I'm King Slime. You're the leader of a gang. This is
Right,
the
that
actual,
music
and out of decades of music,
Right.
they picked 17 lyrics of like 10 albums or 10 things to try to depict this person that it's not the Jeffrey I know.
No.
It's just not. You and if you met him, you know what it is.
You
and so
understand.
how bad is it? Well, if this case continues to go and they're successful, they're going to continue to try to use it. And they're going to put these RICO, it's if somebody did something bad, lock them up.
Right.
If somebody said I shot this person and at 2:00 and somebody gets shot at 2:00, I can understand using
right,
it.
right.
But we're talking about an art form that's the #1 most consumed music, the #1 influence of culture here in America, outside of America. And whenever you're #1, you get attacked. And we're the only form of music being attacked in this particular way, because I don't think when you said I shot the sheriff but I did not shoot the deputy.
Right.
You
Type.
know,
Good one.
I
It's
shot
the
a
same
man in
with
Reno
books.
just to watch him die. I mean, none of these guys are getting criticized or attacked or locked up for their lyrics. But if this happens in rap music, it'll happen in literature, it'll happen in movies, it'll start with, Al Pacino, we love Al, you know what I mean? He was Scarface. He was the Godfather, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so none of these other art forms are being pressured and put in places like hip hop is.
Agreed. Watching the trial, there's a lot of drama, yelling, and craziness.
I want for the record, I'm signed up as a witness, and I can't talk about, because I can't watch the trial. I can't do anything because I can't be influenced by anything. But what I can tell you is millions, tens of millions of dollars are being spent of the taxpayers' money. You could have changed a whole neighborhood.
Right.
Could have put schools and things for the amount of money being spent. And did you guys know this is the longest trial in Georgia history?
Did not know.
And we're not. And by the way, we're not even halfway.
I was about to say, I mean, it feels like
We're not even halfway. And from what I hear, people who are watching it, it's buffoonery.
Literally.
It's
Literally.
the craziest thing, man. But I think I can't say why it's happening. But I would love to put something in your ear. When the district attorney's office had the opportunity to go after Trump just 2 years ago, whenever it was. She didn't. But it's an election year, and she did.
Right.
You know, why this trial is even going into the new election, so she can say to the other constituents, the non-African American constituents, hey, I'm doing this on them. And then you can say to the black constituents, hey, I'm doing this against Trump.
For sure.
And so to me, I think I want to support any elected official who does it for the betterment of their community. And you cannot tell me that crime is down in Fulton County. You cannot tell me that the rape is down in Fulton County. You cannot tell me these things are down, even though you locked up the most influential people in that particular area. And so I just think it's an attack against our culture, and I can't continue to go on like my day is and my life is not changing, seeing my man just sit there every single day fighting for his life.
Definitely. So why was it so important for you to use your voice, knowing that you have a lot of other things in your life going on? Why was it so important to you to make sure that you spoke up?
If my son did something wrong, I would speak up for him, you know, whip his ass probably, and tell him to get his stuff together. And I really think of Thug as my son, and I really think that as much that Atlanta has shown the world that it's cultural, it moves the world, and brought out some of the greatest acts. I want that to continue to happen, and it can't happen if you're locking our kids up for their art. You know what I mean? And so, any real man, does not sit around and allow the culture, the community, even our country to be attacked and not stand up. You know what I mean? I don't want to fight a war when other places when I got a war on the streets of Atlanta, and I got a war in Fulton County. I got to stand up, and y'all know I love Atlanta. I'm here so enough. So
last time I seen you,
I love it. So that's why it's important to me.
Yes.
Definitely.
Kevin Liles is here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito and DJ Mrs. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Man, Jesus, I can tell you the first record. I was an artist, you know, back when I was 15 and 16. And,
What's your name?
I was in a group called New Marks, and my name was KG, you know, for Crime Genius. You know what I mean? I don't know why they called me that back in the day, but, you know, who knows? But and I remember, of course, I went through Curtis Blow's records and Christmas rap and basketball, or what was the other one? Hip hop, the hippie, whatever that was back in the day. But when I heard Sucker MC by Run DMC 2 years ago, a friend of mine, and I looked, and they looked like me, and they dressed like me, and they acted like me. It was the moment that I knew it was me. Truly. You know, and so that was literally the first moment that I knew that I really can't rap, but I was in a group. But and you know what? I'm not going to be in the music business. I'm going to be in the business of music, and it changed my life.
Definitely. If you could change one thing about the industry, what would you change?
I would change the way people look at money, and I would try to give them a better understanding of the financial landscape, taxes, wealth generation. Because if you think about it, if the music business right now is around $15 billion, hip hop is responsible for
Majority of
a lot of it. You know, the power we have, the power of our dollar, and if we understood it, we would be owning more property, building things, changing the narrative that we just have. It's a big party. You know what I mean? And so to me, I would put a lot of emphasis when I give somebody that check. I say to them, half is taxes. Your manager's going to take a percentage. Your lawyer's going to take a percentage. You ain't gonna have no money left. So to me, understand I'm a seed investor. I'm not going to let you fuck up the money. You know, I'm a seed investor. I'm going to be with you and I've been able to do some great things with some of these guys. Some of these guys are billionaires. Yeah. You know, some of them are hundreds of millionaires now. Some of them own property all over it. So the message is there, but it's just not enough because there's not enough people in the C-suite that look like me and come from where I come from that care enough.
Right.
You know, it's a job to them. You know, it's my life, and that's my son, and that's my daughter, and I want them to go up and have trust and things like this. So to me, it would be strictly financial.
Definitely.
Yes. We are currently watching Gunna have a redemption story. What are some words of advice that Uncle Kev has given to Gunna since he's on this new journey?
I think one of the things that I told him early on in his career, that you are one-on-one, and it's funny he's naming the album One-on-One. You owe me some publishing on that, yeah, boy. But also, I told him that a lot of people are inspired by you. You have a very diverse audience. You're representing a crew of people and that was actually changing the face of the neighborhood. And you have a great opportunity to go out here and use your music to change the world. And I think with all that he went through, he looked at himself and said, I can be a better me. And what you see and what you hear is his truth, because he wants to be a better him, and he wants to continue to inspire the world through his music.
That's amazing. Do you have any other dreams that you want to accomplish?
Well, I'm dreaming every day. You know, I see a problem. I want to fix it. I see how I can be of service. I want to be of service. But the ultimate dream is that we still be in search of freedom.
Yes, sir.
Freedom to do what we want, when we want, how we want, with the people we want to do it with. It used to be money to me. Let me get this money. Now, I'm not saying don't get money, because you need money to offer some freedoms to other people. I remember I did a centennial raise for Morgan State University, my alma mater, and we got raised $250 million. But then it taught me about the endowments at Harvard, the endowments at Johns Hopkins, and all these other places that did billions of dollars. And so, to me, I think I dream about education reform. I don't no longer want us going to school to be employees. That's all they teach you to do. To go in, you pay out, you get in debt to go work for somebody else. I want people to look within themselves, especially with technology, and become entrepreneurs. You know, and I think that's my biggest dream, is that everybody will get to taste what it is to be their own boss.
Yes.
To wake up every day and you have to worry about the toilet paper, but you're able to change people's lives because you built a company in 8 years and sold it for $400 million.
Right.
You know, that to me, I want everybody, and this is my third time, so it's like I want people to feel that. And so my dream is that for that freedom of mind, freedom of spirit, to go out there and get it.
Since we're talking about toilet paper, do it go up or down?
Listen, it depends on how you like it. That's a choice you can make. You know what I mean?
Kevin Liles is here, post on recorder with yours truly, Incognito, and DJ Mrs. With you having so much good equity personally and professionally, what is a moment that you're most proud of?
Wow. You know, I'm proud every day, but I'll give you something that when LL made his first movie, when J&B got married, when Ludacris, after his first album, showed me to his house in Atlanta, and you know, I'm looking at his house bigger than mine. When I'm able to change laws based on my influence. Shout out to man Hank Johnson, who actually put up a federal bill for rap lyrics. Shout out to the governor of California, who actually passed the bill. And actually, like 17 people have benefited from passing the bill. And you got the city council here put up 2 resolutions around it. And so I'm proud every day. I'm proud to see you guys now expanding all over the country, and in my hometown, I got some noise, making some noise there too. I sound like a dad sometimes, but I really am. I'm proud of every single employee, and Danielle being here, and my assistant Doreen. They wake up every day to be of service. I'm just proud of everything, and that God gives me the opportunity to do.
That's amazing. So I want you to explain to the people the importance of voting, and how do people educate themselves on what to vote for?
Let me tell you the importance of voting. When our president was black, we all were proud and got out and vote. And because we got lazy, you had Donald Trump in office because we didn't vote. So if you want that, you don't vote.
Right.
If you want something different and you want and again, I'm from Maryland, so and I've known Biden through his goods, his bads. But one of the things that I know, I saw the evolution. So I know who she is, and I feel like they're real people. You know what I mean? And so to me, I'd rather work with real people than people that's trying to make another reality show out of it. And then locally, I would say the reason it's important because you won't have somebody abusing their office and their power, spending tens of millions of dollars on the longest case in history for overzealous personal gain because she wants to run for office for some other place. So to me, I think that's the importance of it. And really, laws, marching brings attention to it, but voting changes it. And so to me, we got people. Reverend Al always said to me, Kev, I got that. You make sure y'all get out and vote. You go, your most powerful music, make sure you go do that. So the power, and now I get to go and lobby and see mayors and senators and congressmen that look like me.
Yes.
That come from where we come from. Oh man, I'm having a ball. I'm up in Albany again. It's May 7th. They tell me I'm down in Maryland. Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland, first African American governor of Maryland. He could tell you war stories. I mean, literally, the war stories of Baltimore, but then when he fought in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Right.
And
he said, no Marylander will be left behind. And I believe him.
Yes.
So the importance of us voting, you see throughout our country right now. And hopefully it inspires more people to go out and take these public offices, to vote and get involved because it does make a difference.
Definitely. So what advice do you have for some people that want to be change in their community but don't know where to start or how to start?
I think change in your community starts with you. Take a look in the mirror and say, I want to be different. I dare to be different. I am different. And you can change something by your actions. You can change something by your words. I remember I went through this whole thing about, hey, my end, going. And I said, why can't I just say, God bless you? And so I'm on a corner and I'm saying, man, God bless you. And the guy was like, shook, because they know normally I'm coming, yo, man.
Yeah, right.
He said, man, bless you too.
Yes.
Just that simple act of change and intention of changing the narrative. And I think there's a lot, in the words of Kobe Bryant, job not done. Job will never be done because this country consistently wants to have a classism, and then not only classism but racism. And so until we all are truly free and we rid the world of racism, I think there's a lot of things that I have to continue to do and be the voice and a leader in our community.
Yeah, speaking of being a voice and a leader, in Fulton County, early voting starts April 29th. Actual election day is May 21st. I'm going to slide back over into the hip-hop world of you, right? If you could do a Mount Rushmore of your favorite songs that you had involvement with, what are they?
I'm not letting you get me in trouble.
Too many.
In the words are gonna fuck you mean. No, I can't. Like honestly, there's again, I go back to Run DMC. You know what I mean? I'm all the way up here to Honcho.
Yes, yes.
Like, so to me, I can't say what my Mount Rushmore, but something happened. And I'm going to touch on, I'm going to get back to you, but something happened during the pandemic. God set our asses down, and he said, get to know your family, get to know yourself, get to know, write better music, understand. And so people came out of it, and you're starting to see the post effects of it, that country music right now is coming back in a way, storytelling.
Yes.
After country music was R&B and rap. You know what I mean? This happened before. So I know it's coming, and right now you're going to have some of the greatest songs. Some of the great, and people want to feel music, not just streaming anymore.
Yes.
They want to feel it. They want to go see it. You got people throwing R&B parties, just playing
Just to
records,
feel it.
just to feel the
feel
music.
it.
Shows selling out. Honcho tour sold out, Gunna tour, some Meg tour. You got things that, listen, you had Keisha Cole, Trey Songz, Jaheim, and K. Michelle selling out arenas.
Literally.
You know, it's like people want to feel music again, and I'm just so happy for the creative community that they actually getting back to what it was all about, storytelling. And so to me, I won't have a Mount Rushmore up because I would have to have 100 Mount Rushmores, you know what I mean? In order to figure out, because I'll forget. I was just joking. Cisco was like, "Okay, I remember you made me do this song," and I said, "I haven't made you do a song. That don't sound like me." He said, "No, I didn't want to do it because it sounded too much like Drew Hill. You wanted me to do it because, and the song was incomplete, and people don't understand. It was the Thong Song was never #1 on Hot 100. Incomplete was his first #1 record, and so he reminded me. And so that it's moments in time. You know what I mean? That you sit and you think about." Well, Redman and Method Man, and put them together, and we have the Mumford and Man, and now they can't stop performing together. You know what I mean? It's like so I have those moments and those songs. I just so many of them that God's blessed me to have. You know.
That's amazing. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned lately?
When I turned 50, and I would tell you guys to try to do this every 5 to 7 years. Reevaluate yourself and set your foundations for going forward. So I said, 50, what you want to do? I want to listen first. I'll come in, I'll do a lot of listening. I want to learn. Secondly, I want to love. Thirdly, and I always want to lead.
Oh, L.
Those are my four L's. And so I would encourage, if you hear my voice, just reevaluate yourself. And we can do better. We can get better. Imagine, I remember my grandmother saying to me, "Can you believe there's a black man in the White House?" That would be unheard of. Imagine what Rosa Parks. These people. Imagine just because Duke Ellington and Nat King Cole supported the NAACP or civil rights organizations, they had FBI files like this. I'm not saying the FBI files aren't like that now, but what are they about now? And to me, so I found myself talking to everybody, the FBI, CIA, just to educate them on how we can get better, how they can recruit more people that look like them, and you won't have the person in George Floyd's district or Tamir Rice's district that don't even understand the community. You know what I mean? So to me, I think it's a lot of that work, and hopefully I'm doing a good thing, but I know the job is not done.
Period. So before we wrap up, I definitely want to talk about legendary Rico Wade. We would love for you to share a moment that you guys had together or anything that you just want people to know about him.
Mr. Wade, first off, Atlanta, we lost a good one. We lost someone that was a connector, someone that was a nucleus, a teacher, someone who was a dear friend, a community activist, a very creative person. And I want his family to know Rico didn't just affect Atlanta. He didn't just affect this country of America, it affected the world. Because there's a lot of little people that say, I want to be like Rico Wade. You know, and I adore him and I love him for that. And I just want to say something. I got to remember everybody's name. Because I want to say a quick prayer for Thug's kids and his mom, Mama Duck. That. So Amari, Hayden, Jameer, Jacob, Kevion, and Haiti. To Mama Duck, we pray for you. We know that it's hard. We know that the struggle is real out there. We're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this because we believe in Jeffrey. And I believe that true justice will happen. But until then, let's pray for him and his family to get through this.
Yes. Love that.
There's definitely power in that. Legendary Kevin Liles in the studio, posted on the corner.
Woo, woo, woo.
In closing, if we could play one Young Thug song, what you want it to be?
Oh man, one. Let me see. What record would I play? I'm trying to think of the right record for this time right now. How about this? I know a record that really changed everything, and people might not understand how much it changed for him. But he was coming off of opening up at the Grammys with Camila Cabello, Havana, and he said, "Oh, I like how this feel," and he went and he went and made the London.
Yeah.
Wow.
with J. Cole.
Yeah.
So play that.
Wow. Can't wait to see you on the parade in Cleveland.
Hey, I'm there, baby. Let's get it.
Posted on the corner.